Tonight on Action News.
Hi, today we will interview some teachers from Cristo Rey High School about the themes of racism and patriarchy that are present in our community today. We have Esperanza with more information.
Today we're here at Cristo Rey High School where we will interview some of the staff members on the topics of patriarchy, racism, and the American dream, and we will see their points of views on these topics. So come on in. Today we're here at Cristo Rey High School with Mr. Indo, and we will ask him a few questions. Well, actually one. Do you think do you think we live in a patriarchal society?
A political society, yes.
A patriarchal.
A patriarchal,
Yeah.
yes too.
And yeah, go ahead.
Unfortunately, we do. You know, especially in Latino community. You know, we live where most of the decisions are made by the men in the house, and not always are those decisions or thoughts well thought out.
And has that affected your life in any way?
Well, okay. I mean, it depends on what we want to do. I was well. Let me backtrack.
Okay.
A little bit. Okay. And yesterday I was looking at. I mean, someone sent me a video from even before my times, and there were. I mean, and this was actually a political discussion in a country in Latin America, whether men and women were equal, and we are not talking about equality in, you know, physically,
Yeah.
but basically in the same level. Okay, I mean intellectually.
Yeah.
And I think when you even think of that, I mean, that's bringing our society way back. You know, and because you are not only affecting basically the family itself. Because I mean, when you think of a patriarchal society, I mean, you think of just the family structure, but it goes more than that, you know. And I believe that right now, for example, I was going to say Latin America, but here in the States as well. I believe that one of the reasons that we don't have a woman president is that, you know, that some people have still, I mean, now in the 21st century, have the idea that women are not equal. They should not be, you know, running the country, kind of.
Ooh, that's intense. But it's the truth, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for now, that is it. It was one question per teacher. But thank you so much for accepting the interview. Today we're here at Cristo Rey High School with Mr. Osborne. And Mr. Osborne, today we're here to ask you a question about racism, basically. Do you think people are oppressed by their skin color in any way?
Oh, I think clearly that they are. I mean, we learned a lot about that in history class to a certain extent. I think they clearly are. I think in some ways it's getting better. Mm-hmm. But I had an experience. I lived in Peru for a couple of years, and one of the things that I thought is there people are divided by classes, and they have kind of classism, and everybody reacts to classism. In the United States, I think we have a lot of racism, and people, even those who aren't racist, still have inside of them some kind of reaction to it or against it or with it. So I think there's no doubt about it, unfortunately. Yeah.
And do you think those people could be successful no matter where their origin is, like where they came from or who they are?
I think they can be, but I also think it's a lot more difficult. I think, for example, I've worked with African Americans, so I think we're the people that suffer the most probably. Mm-hmm. And I've worked with African Americans who are my supervisors and things like that. So I've seen that they can basically get beyond those kinds of things. And we had a black president, for example. So yes, they can, but I think that there are obstacles along the way, and lots of those obstacles, which are the more challenging ones, have to do with social class and the fact that lots of times African Americans, also Latinos, also other ethnic groups grow up with more challenges as far as economic and getting into the system. But I think that a strong individual, lots of times with guidance or just sometimes people are just the way they are, and I think they can advance and they can do well in life, definitely, but sometimes there are more challenges. That's what I would say.
Well, thank you very much. That's all we have for you today.
And go.
Today we are here at Cristo Rey High School where we will interview some of the staff members on topics.
Today we will interview some teachers from Cristo Rey High School about themes of racism and patriarchy that we have been.
Today we are here at Cristo Rey High School.